While Sunday's announcement from President Joe Biden that he would not seek re-election in November didn't shock anyone, it did force a repricing of risk across financial markets. That repricing of risk for gold and silver markets is our topic for today's video. Hi, and welcome to Minuteman Precious Metals, where it's my goal to enhance your financial preparation and prosperity and motivate you by tracking my personal stacking adventure. Thank you to all my new and returning viewers. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy today's content, and ring that bell icon if you'd like to be alerted when new videos are available. I appreciate your views, but I need your likes and subscriptions to grow this channel. Thank you for your support. Viewer Dada Dan asked, and I'm paraphrasing slightly here, how do you think the election will affect the direction gold goes in? He thinks we will continue to see highs if Democrats win, and if Trump wins, we will see retracement as his economic policies come into effect. Thank you for your question, Dada Dan. So let's approach this question through our knowns. We had a rematch between two political rivals. With President Biden, we saw pandemic-fueled inflation and a federal funds rate that hit 5.25%. This is the highest rate since 2001. Biden's decision to freeze and then seize Russian assets at the onset of the Ukrainian war drove countries further away from the dollar and into precious metals. His election, or the election of a similar candidate, could continue these policies. Continued Democratic foreign policy decisions would seem to continue to drive the price of gold higher. Analyst James Hayerchek at FX Empire noted that President Biden's decision to abandon his re-election bid has cleared the way for another Democrat to challenge Donald Trump. This political shift has contributed in the short term to a weaker dollar, making gold more attractive to buyers holding other currencies. So as we see in both the short term and the long term, a Democrat being elected to president could shift the price of gold higher. Now let's turn our attention to former President Trump. What would his policies do to the price of precious metals? Hayerchek said that if Trump is elected, the Republican candidate proposed economic policies could potentially fuel inflation. He stated further that his plans include corporate tax cuts, interest rate reductions, and stricter trade relations, particularly with China. Analysts warned that these measures, especially the implementation of tariffs, could act as inflationary pressures. We do know from President Trump's first term that his campaign promises are not empty. He will likely initiate the higher tariffs. Those tariffs will likely also drive both inflation and higher precious metal prices in the long term. This is what taxfoundation.org said about Trump's proposed tariffs. We estimate that if imposed, his proposed tariff increases would hike rates by another $524 billion annually and shrink GDP by at least 0.8%, the capital stock by 0.7%, and unemployment by 684,000 jobs. Our estimates do not capture the effects of retaliation nor the additional harms that would stem from starting a global trade war. So there is a distinct possibility that Trump's proposed policies, if enacted, could, like Biden, drive inflation and higher gold and silver prices. So to answer your question, Dada Dan, I think that either of these presidential candidates and their policies would drive higher long-term gold prices. The magnitude of each could be argued, but gold goes higher under each administration. Now the American people will wait 2 weeks to see who the Democrats actually select to run against former President Trump. At that point, we can better analyze that person's agenda and how their policies may affect the precious metals markets. Let's call it there. Thank you for watching, and remember, time is your most valuable asset, and I appreciate you sharing yours with me. Minuteman 6 signing off.